Ever feel like relationships are this huge mystery? Like everyone's talking about them, but no one really gets them.
All right.
Like you're trying to figure out this puzzle, but the pieces just won't fit.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like a universal struggle or something.
And today we're going to tackle that. We're going to dive right into the messy, complicated, so real world of relationships through the lens of music.
Yeah, through music.
We're going to dissect HAIM's relationships.
Love that song.
So good, right? We've got the YouTube transcript, a detailed lyric timeline, even a character analysis.
Wow.
Our mission is to unpack those insightful, relatable themes about relationships without getting too academic.
Totally. Keep it real.
Exactly. Okay, so the song starts off super strong right away. Wasting time to the east, I can't, but are we? And if we are, what we gonna do relationships? What's all this talk about relationships?
Oh, it throws you right in, doesn't it?
Like a whirlwind. What's your take on that barrage of questions?
You immediately sense this confusion.
Yeah.
This weariness with the whole relationship thing. It's like the narrator is outside looking in, questioning the very idea. Like, what's the point?
Definitely. And then it shifts so quickly to a specific relationship and its problems.
Yeah.
We get this line, an innocent mistake turns into 17 days.
Oh, that one hits hard.
So powerful. 17 days. That's like forever to be dwelling on one mistake.
It really shows how easily things can spiral out of control.
Totally.
Even a tiny misstep becomes this huge thing, dragging the whole mood down.
And it makes you wonder, right, is it really just the mistake or are there like deeper issues?
For sure, it speaks volumes about communication or the lack of it.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a fear of addressing things head on.
And then there's this line that really gets to me. Don't they end up all the same when there's no one to blame?
Ugh, so much disillusionment there.
Right, like a pattern of negativity.
Yeah, like every relationship is doomed to fail no matter what.
But then we get this intense emotional conflict. I think I'm in love, but I can't stand fucking relationships.
Yeah. Oh man, such a raw and honest statement. It's like the ultimate push and pull.
So relatable, though. Loving someone but hating the whole relationship game.
It highlights this uncomfortable truth that love and relationships, they aren't always sunshine and roses.
Yeah,
It's a lot of work, frustrations, challenges, and sometimes that clashes with the love you feel.
big time. Then we get a glimpse of self-reflection, right? Guilty conscience is a strong phrase.
It is. What do you think it stems from?
Maybe realizing their part in the innocent mistake that spiraled.
Right, taking ownership.
Or maybe feeling guilty for even having these conflicting emotions.
That's a good point. It could be guilt over not meeting some kind of relationship ideal.
Yeah, maybe. And then we get this really vulnerable confession. Always been nervous first to conflict, but you really fucked with my confidence.
Whoa, that line is loaded.
Right. It shows how much the partner's actions, words, whatever, have affected the narrator.
And not just in terms of conflict avoidance,
Yeah,
but on a deeper level, chipping away at their self-esteem.
definitely. Which leads to this almost desperate plea, you gotta tell me the truth if you don't want to try.
That's the breaking point, isn't it? It's like, I'm done with the games, be honest, or let's walk away.
Exactly. And throughout the song, that same question keeps popping up. Why am I in this relationship, baby?
That repetition is so key. It shows how deep this doubt runs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a one-time thought.
Right.
It's this constant nagging feeling that just won't go away.
And then there's this super interesting shift to looking outwards. Is it just the shit our parents did and had to live with it in their relationship?
Ah, the intergenerational baggage.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe we subconsciously inherit relationship patterns from our parents.
Even if those patterns are, like, totally dysfunctional.
Yeah. We might be repeating the same mistakes without even realizing it.
It's a powerful thought. It connects personal struggles to this larger family dynamic.
And then things seem to really break down. When we can't even pretend, it feels like when I even friends in this relationship.
Oof, that's rough.
The facade is gone. No more pretending things are okay.
And the loss of friendship on top of everything else.
Heartbreaking. It's like the foundation is completely crumbled.
You feel that isolation. Like, what's even left?
But there's this glimmer of hope, right? But I would do it all again if you put down your defense.
Yeah, a tiny spark.
It shows that love is still there, but it needs something to change.
Yeah, absolutely. It hinges on that vulnerability on both sides, really.
And then that self-doubt creeps back in. I'm in love, so why am I trying to escape from it? Maybe that's just how it goes when you're not fully grown.
Oh, this is so real.
Mm.
Maybe the urge to run is tied to, like, emotional maturity, not being fully equipped to handle love's complexities.
Yeah.
It's that inner battle of wanting the love but fearing the commitment, the work.
And then we get this unexpected acceptance. So don't let it bring you down because it all comes back around.
A moment of clarity, recognizing the cyclical nature of relationships.
The ups and downs, the good times, the bad times.
It's a message of resilience, of not losing hope even when things are tough.
But even with that, the song ends back where it began. I think I'm in love, but I can't stand fucking relationships.
Wow, that's powerful. It leaves us with that unresolved tension.
Because in real life, things don't always get neatly tied up.
Yeah, love is messy. Relationships are messy. And sometimes you're left with those lingering questions.
So true. Now, looking at the character analysis, we see this really introspective narrator constantly questioning, reflecting on their feelings and the relationship itself.
They're very aware of their own patterns, past behaviors.
And they're deeply affected by the partner, who seems to contribute to their insecurities and make conflict harder.
But it's important to remember, we're seeing the partner through the narrator's eyes. It's their perspective.
Right, and then we have that recurring internal voice. Why am I in this relationship, baby? It's like the embodiment of their doubt.
Absolutely. That nagging voice we all have sometimes.
And finally, there's our parents, representing those ingrained relationship models we might unconsciously carry.
That generational influence,
Mhm.
often invisible but so powerful.
So this deep dive into relationships has really shown us the raw, honest, sometimes ugly truth of love and connection.
The doubts, the conflicts, the intense emotions. It's not a fairy tale ending. It's real life.
And it makes you think, right, what small change in perspective or communication could shift things for the better?
It's worth pondering, maybe in your own life or even just thinking about the characters in the song.
Could be a tiny adjustment, a different way of seeing things, but it could make all the difference.
It's food for thought for sure.
Absolutely.